What the hell is even that?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Magnums Rants. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of Magnums Rants, the series where I just sit down and rant and rave and talk about stuff that makes me fucking mad. So it should come as no secret to anybody that I'm the type of guy that I like to, participate in my hobbies and talk to other people that are involved in my hobbies. I'm the type of guy that I'll follow pages and groups and stuff, and I'll mostly comment more than I actually post, but I'll post every once in a while. I like to get my opinion out there. I like to talk about things. It's why I run a commentary channel here on YouTube. Big fucking surprise to abso-fucking-lutely no one. But you know something that really makes me mad about these communities? The moderators. I don't know why or how, but it seems like every community that I've ever been a part of, everything that I've ever followed, every group or organization or every page or even subreddits back when I used Reddit, and this is for the primary reason that I left Reddit to begin with, it seems like the moderators are always a bunch of fucking jackasses. They're always the absolute worst people, and it kind of occurs to me that they're not really people that are into these things. They're just more enemy infiltrators, because the more I think about it and the more times it happens to me, the more I realize that these people are just extremely fucking social justice warrior biased. They all are. Every single one that has ever punished me has been because I said something that they didn't like. Community moderators. The whole point of them is to moderate the specific page or group or community or whatever the hell it actually is. Basically just to make sure that the rules are enforced and that nobody's getting a little too wily. And I miss the old days. The old days of the internet where it was like the wild fucking west, where everybody was their own person and everybody could say and do basically whatever the fuck they wanted, and there was very little that anyone cared to do or say about it. And it seems like these kinds of things, these pages and groups for these communities, have gotten worse when it comes to moderation over the past decade or so. Not only with the rise of social justice, but with just the fact that everybody wants the internet to be a fucking safe space, to where you can't even voice your opinion. And what brought this on was earlier today, I woke up this morning and I saw that I had a comment on a thing that I had posted in one of these communities, and I went to look at it. It was a Magic the Gathering community. I just recently actually got into the card game and started playing it more frequently with some friends at work on our lunch breaks. And I gotta say, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good time to just sit down, relax, and play some fucking cards. Especially me as the type of guy that, for the majority of my life, I've mostly played old school card games like blackjack and poker, and when I was a kid, I was super into Yu-Gi-Oh! But I noticed that I couldn't respond to the comment that I had gotten. We were discussing a specific deck build that I had been working on. So I went and looked at the community page, and I saw that I was suspended for a month. I'm not allowed to interact at all for a month. And, normally I would just go, what the fuck ever, I'll come back in a month, who gives a shit? But this one confused the hell out of me, because I was sitting there going, well, what did I do? Normally I'd get some kind of message from the moderators telling me what I did to deserve it, or I'd have something that tells me. It's not just, you were suspended. This comes less than a week after some moderator douchebag straight up full banned me from another community page that I was interacting with, because I had disagreed with his opinion about something. I don't even remember what the hell it was. It's not really important. So I went and I messaged one of the people in charge, and I asked them, hey, what did I do to deserve this? And they sent me a fucking comment, a screenshot of a comment that I had made. Now, the post in question was about a moderator within this particular community who is an OnlyFans girl. And she literally doesn't actually play the game. She only uses this page and her status as a moderator to promote her OnlyFans. She's constantly posting pictures of cards between her fucking cleavage and underneath her nasty-ass fucking feet. And the community, this page has 58,000 people that are in this, and all of them have talked about wondering why she gets away with that. Pretty much everybody, besides the ones that are simping for her, have been like, why? Why did she do that? Why can she do that? And she never actually posts the link to her OnlyFans. And this is the moderator's justification. They tell us, every time there's a post about this, they say that she's not violating the rules because she's not directly posting the link itself. But she does always say in the post that you can go to her profile to view her link tree, where she'll have the fucking links to all her stuff. She's literally only using it to promote her fucking OnlyFans. And she's only in the group to do that. She doesn't actually play at all. She has no place there. So, you know, people like me who are all about protecting our fucking hobbies don't like it. And the vast majority of people keep making posts and stuff about her. Well, I'll go ahead and just show you the comment here that I made, because there was a post asking why she gets away with it and why she does that. And this is what I had to say about it. It's typical of OnlyFans girls to use the tactic of picking a nerdy hobby to pretend to be interested in it and use it to promote. What I don't like is that, 1, it's allowed because she's a mod, and 2, they will mute you for criticizing it or her. It's disgraceful, which is why I muted her post, because you can mute moderators and not block them, but if you block them, you will get permanent banned. That's something I'll touch on here a little bit later. I'm here for Magic the Gathering, not to see promotions for websites and bullshit I don't support. Well, of course, in response to this, I had gotten less than 20 in less than an hour of the usual suspects and their usual responses calling me a salty incel, and that if I don't like it, I should just block her. Well, when it comes to the blocking thing, normally I would just do that. I really would. But I also realized, I can just mute so I don't see any of the posts from this profile or this account ever again. And that's better, because then I'm not violating the rule. These communities always have a rule that you're not allowed to block moderators, administrators, or anyone that can do anything, because it's an instant ban. It's a tactic that was taken from Reddit by the type of people that I'm talking about, the people that are abusing their position as a community mod. Well, I turned off the notifications and I left it at that. I didn't realize until after I'd been suspended, when I went back and looked, that I did get a response from a moderator giving me an official warning. And before we even show you the comment, I just want you to take a look at this. This is his profile picture on his account on the website. Okay? Now, I have altered these photos a little bit so that it's not clear or obvious what source I've been using here. I'm sure you can probably figure it out. Not that it's really important. It's the one I use the least out of all my social medias, but, you know, I do still use it, even though it's pretty old school and not many people care for it anymore. Just remember this face, because I'm sure everyone in my audience who's a regular on my channel here has already busted their ass laughing, because it's exactly the kind of face you would expect to come from this comment. This is the response I got from this neck-bearded, fedora hat-wearing, milady motherfucker. And I've obviously hidden my username, because that's what the black bar there is. So before it starts, nope, I am not one of her subscribers. However, I am a friend. Really? So you mean to tell me that you look like this, or that you use this as your fucking picture at the very least, and you're not one of her fucking subscribers? I gotta give a big old press X to doubt, motherfucker. I find it bold of you to assume that she, or anyone else you don't know, doesn't really play. She has for a while. Now that that's out of the way, her posts in this specific group do not violate any terms of service, neither the website in question, terms of service, or our groups. Yours, however, do. You are in violation of Rule 2. Winged words, be positive and supportive. Your response was neither positive or supportive. So I was given an official verbal warning for my behavior as apparently being sexist. Apparently a female moderator, according to the conversation I had later with these people, found my comment to be sexist and problematic. Never mind the 50 people that were calling me an incel. Never mind them, they didn't do anything wrong, but I did by criticizing the internet whore. So obviously I didn't see this at the time myself, but I did see this same moderator responding to others, handing out official warnings for people criticizing her or suggesting that you should just block her. About an hour later, I saw another post when I was just mindlessly scrolling while sitting on the commode, taking a shit, asking about her, and I straight up commented on it, warning the guy, hey, don't ask, because if you say anything negative about her or suggest that she shouldn't be allowed to do that, the moderators will fucking give you warnings. Well, turns out that me warning him that they would do that was the last straw. That's the reason I was actually suspended. So pointing out that this simp-ass moderator was giving out official warnings, just saying, yeah, if you criticize her, you get an official warning, and you'll get muted if you continue doing it, was the straw that got me muted. And they didn't feel the need to tell me. No. They just straight up muted me and didn't say a word, and I had to go actually inquire and ask about it. And this has happened to me a myriad of times in the past, and it's the reason I actually quit using Reddit, to be honest with you, because I got banned from multiple communities without actually violating the rules, and rather just questioning or, saying that I didn't agree with a moderator's decision. And that's the sad part. That's the sad type of individual that do this, and they treat it like a fucking job. It's Reddit moderator syndrome 101, where they are in charge of a fucking community page that they have no business being a part of to begin with, or even if they do, the power goes to their head because they live a sad life. And they feel the need to abuse that power. Now, in my opinion, when you can prove, like in this situation, that a moderator is abusing their position as a community moderator, you should be able to talk to the people above them and at least get something done about it, because that's the way the world is supposed to work and operate. And I don't mean that in the Karen, let me speak to the manager kind of way. I mean that in the, hey, I don't think I did anything wrong here. Can we have a chat about that and see what's going on? See what I can do? But no. You can't ever do that because the admins don't care, and the other moderators will always back them up on it. That's the thing I hate most about it. And these are the people that are always placed in charge. I got banned from the largest gaming subreddit on the platform at one point, all because a moderator and I disagreed on whether or not Titanfall 2 was a good game. That's it. That's what we disagreed upon. I'm not kidding you. It was literally he didn't like it, and I didn't know he was a moderator because he wasn't showing his moderator tag. And I was like, I like it. I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean, there's some things I'd change about it, but overall, I think it's a really damn good game. And then he showed his moderator tag and told me to stop arguing with him. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then he fucking muted me. And it makes me not want to be a part of any of these pages or these communities because people like this are always the ones in charge of it. And it pisses me off that they just abuse their fucking power and do whatever the fuck they want. And he's using it to simp for some fucking whore on the internet who's not even going to notice him. He's literally using it to punish anyone that criticizes her or says that she shouldn't be promoting her fucking pornography page on a group for a fucking card game. But no, nobody gives a shit. So I was sitting on a month-long mute from the page. I straight up just left the fucking community, and I have no intention of going back. Fuck them. Honestly. Fuck them. And the thing that pisses me off the most about these people is that they are such internet tough guys. They are such fucking cowards. If you directly message them and try to talk to them about it, they'll trash you. They'll say everything in the book. They'll call you slurs. And then they'll act like they did nothing wrong. Meanwhile, these are the same kind of people that would cancel you for saying the exact words they just said. Because it's a fucking lie and an act to make them seem like they're better than they really are. And that's the truth. They hate when you try to directly talk to them one-on-one. They hate when you try to directly speak to someone who has a position that is of higher rank than them. They hate when you try to do something about them abusing their position. It's so bad that communities that have an obvious problem will have rules about don't directly message moderators or administrators. If you see that in their rule list, just don't even be a part of it, because that's the type of trash that will run it every time. So they'll talk all kind of shit to you in the DMs where nobody will see it, and even if you post a screenshot, they'll just make sure it gets taken down, or they'll have their friends watch for you. And then they'll fucking block you when they're done, and nothing will resolve the problem, no matter how nice you are, no matter how respectful you are. And that's why whenever I message them now, I start out nice, but as soon as they say anything even remotely rude, I fucking snap, and I flip the fuck out, and I tell them, you're a fucking simping piece of shit, and you go fuck yourself. You have no business being a moderator, and then I leave their communities. And I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get comments telling me, why don't you just make your own community? It's not that fucking easy. Have you ever tried to do that? Have you ever tried to make your own fucking community? It's not easy. Because anybody who sees your community, if they see that you made it just because you got banned from a community that you had no business getting banned from, because the moderator's a fucking prick, they're going to just assume that you were the bad guy. And even if they don't, they're not going to join, because why would you join the little community that has 200 people when you can join the big one that has 50,000? It don't make any logical sense. It just fucking annoys me, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit, because I thought it was hysterical that I got a month-long suspension for doing nothing other than saying that I didn't agree with the fact that this internet whore was getting away with it in the nicest way possible. And that they still said that that was sexist. And that's all I have to say about it. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. My name is Magnum Martel. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Let me know down in the comments below if you've ever been unfairly removed from a community page that you actually liked by some jackass of a moderator. And you know what? While you're down there, I want you to tell me your story. I'm going to take my favorite stories from the comments and do a video where I read them and talk about them. Just for funsies. Why the hell not? Am I right? Alright. I'll see you in the next one.